Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the one that resonates with your intuition, and we'll begin. And I do a golden nugget card at the end for further clarification for those who would like that. All right, for this one, we have the little tiny pink tall phlox. These are my tall phlox. Okay, let's see what's underneath that flower. Ooh, we have the Empress. Oh my goodness. We have the Empress, we have the Strength card, we have the Six of Cups. All right. Wow. Well, now the Empress is all about new life coming in. It's all about having everything you need, being really pregnant with the possibility, being, like it can be born into your life. Sometimes, though, with the Empress, there's something you need to do. I mean, you need to, I don't know about doing it is the right, like you need to engage in the process. You need to cooperate with the process. Now, the Strength card is an assurance that you have protection. That is simply an assurance that you are protected, you are strong, you can do this. The Six of Cups. I have to say, that's hitting me this way for some of you. Like it's the nostalgia card, it's the looking back card, right? And for some of you, this new beginning is, you're having a hard time birthing it into your life because there's something you have to do that's courageous, especially considering your past. Especially considering, I just feel like I need to say to somebody that you may fear moving forward in something that is actually quite promising for you because of your past, because of things that didn't work out for you back in the day when you weren't in full control of your life. Like you're taking the blame internally for something that didn't work out, that actually you need to look at that again. Because it might have been actually more about who was in your immediate environment back then, who you were trying to be in partnership with, who you were trying to succeed in spite of. So actually, I feel like I need to say to somebody that you need to look back and challenge some I can't ideas that are based in things that didn't work out in the past. Because things are maybe different now with this Empress. You've got new life coming in, a new possibility. You're coming into the fullness of time to achieve something or to have something that you wanted. And the Strength card is there to say you're strong and that you're protected. It's a reassuring card. So this is major arcana energy, you guys, and I would take this seriously. So, yeah. And I'm having trouble even thinking of a different interpretation of these cards because that one came forward so strong. But for some of you, the Six of Cups could represent something different. Sometimes it represents children. Sometimes it represents long-time relationships, seeing somebody you hadn't seen for a very long time, seeing someone you knew maybe even when you were growing up. Yeah, sometimes it represents those kinds of things. It is a contented card. It is a contented card. Like there's two people sharing contentment with these upright cups. So that can have something to do with your new beginning as well. So, but this is definitely a positive spread. Definitely. Okay, for those of you who chose the little white hosta flower, we have we have the King of Coins, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so these are minor arcana, not a huge deal today. Your thought life they're wanting to talk to you about. Okay, so the Pentacles, the King of Coins, and that's exactly why we do these readings, isn't it? It's our courageous way of looking within. So that's much appreciated. Whenever we get cards where it's obvious to me they want to talk to me about my thought life, I'm always also very encouraged to know how wonderful it is that we are open to that, how appreciated that is by the other side. We have the King of Coins, meaning good stability, maybe meaning money coming or good wealth, but good stability. This could be health, wealth, or other physical manifestations of security. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is maybe a thought, maybe a plan that's just in its infancy or just a thought. The Eight of Swords is getting in the way of it, though. Maybe you feel trapped by something. See, sometimes the King of Coins, that's your card, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. That King of Swords, sometimes he's depicted as almost having vines growing over him. He's sitting in that throne so securely. Stability is important to him, and it's blessed him, right? This isn't a bad thing. Security is important to him. It's been a blessing. That's good. But sometimes it makes it tough to move forward, to try something new, to follow a new impulse, a new thought, a new plan. And that could be the Eight of Swords. Sort of like, I can't. The Eight of Swords is a lot of times, I can't. It's an I can't thought. Like, I can't move forward because of this, this, and this. And I'm not saying that some of those swords might be real barriers. I mean, they might be, yeah, that's true, But then they can be dealt with, though. There's a way to deal with them a lot of times and remove them one by one. Or they don't have to get in your way. They're there. They do have to be reckoned with, but they don't necessarily have to prevent you from moving forward. Because you see, that woman, she could start walking forward. She's not encircled, and she has a blindfold on. She could start, those ties would fall down. She'd take the blindfold down. She'd see what's going on, and she would see she's not impeded. So the swords, whether they are real things that have to be dealt with or real things that are there but don't have to be barriers, or just thoughts and fears or I can't kinds of thoughts, there should be nothing getting in getting in your way of embarking on a new plan. And I don't know what this plan is. It could be a large plan, could be a small plan. These are minor arcana. Could even be something minor. But sometimes it's the practice that's important. If we practice getting past the I can't thoughts and ask ourselves, why can't I? Why can't I do that today? And getting good at that, getting good at challenging the kinds of thoughts that seem to keep us stuck in the same patterns. Sometimes it's the practice of doing that with small things. That's the most important thing, because that's how we work our way up to bigger things. Like if you have a thought today, like, oh man, I really would like to do this. I really want to do this. And the thoughts that then crowd in are, oh, but you can't because of this, this, and this. And those thoughts might have to do with everything has to stay stable. It has to stay secure. It has to da. Well, challenge those thoughts today. Challenge those thoughts today. All right. For those of you who chose this pile with the little sort of white tall flowers, we have, the Magician. We have the Nine of Coins. We have the Knight of Swords. So, okay, the Magician, manifestation. You might want to manifest something that's very enjoyable with these Nine of Coins. Well, and this could be a nod to your ability to manifest. See, now that Nine of Coins is also the self-made woman. Right there she is in her vineyard. She has her luxuries. She is able to enjoy them. She's the self-made woman. And she's not averse to enjoying the sensual pleasures in life. And that could be the outdoors. That could be wine. She's in her vineyard. That could be, look at, she's a falconer. She has her falcon there. It could be a hobby, but she can enjoy these things. Now that Magician may be about your ability to manifest that, and Source telling you, hey, you manifest all over the place. You keep on going with that Knight of Swords. You keep moving forward. If you've got a plan to manifest something, or you're speaking it out there, and it's maybe even a bit, bold. It's maybe even kind of bold of you to say this. It's maybe even kind of some might say brash. Some might say, oh, I don't know, not entirely thought out. It's okay. Sources may be saying, however, when you've done this before, it's worked. You manifest that way. Maybe you're proclaiming something, that this is going to happen for me. And not necessarily to someone, but just to the universe. We're always talking to someone, right? There are always all these helpers with us. Maybe we're proclaiming something. This will be manifested, and it will. The magician has a way, too, of making something out of nothing, making something out of what seems like thin air. So sometimes you can bring something into being that is just lovely. So for some of you, this could be like you're creating something, you're bringing something into being that helps you, that maybe contributes to the richness of your lifestyle, and you're just doing it. It's a very interesting set of cards there, really. I almost hate to take a negative interpretation, but some of you might, the Knight of Swords might not be a great sign for you. For some of you, this could be somebody who is sort of being argumentative or even aggressive. And tricky in that with the magician. Who knows? But that magician can go both ways. Sometimes it can have a meaning of somebody who's using illusion to create an impression. Sometimes it can be that. In which case, if that's what this reading is for you, there may be somebody, sleight of hand, using illusion to create an impression, being very verbose to create an impression, maybe even to create an impression of wealth or the promise of wealth. In which case, these cards are then coming up to let you know that ahead of time, to let you know, hey, be wary, be on your guard about that. If somebody's coming at you and they seem to be, talking, and you sense that they may be, this could be somebody coming to sell you something too. They could want to be the 9 of Coins lady, right? So sometimes it's, watch out for that. Source is giving you this heads up so that you do not need to be bothered by this at all. Can be that too. So very interesting set of cards. For those of you who chose the Golden Nugget card, we have the Devil. Okay, now the Devil is not a negative card. It really is not. It seems like it. But the Devil is part of our human nature. Sometimes we need to be bedeviled by something before we're ready to launch ourselves into the next level. Sometimes something is bedeviling us, it's bothering us, it's worrying us maybe, or maybe there's somebody that's bothering us. There's two people there that we kind of think we're chained to, but we're really not. Because see, these two have loose chains over their necks. They could pull them over their head and walk away. Sometimes we're bedeviled by an excessive, like an obsessive kind of thought pattern, something that keeps going around and around in our heads, or an excessive behavior, like an addiction or anything excessive. Somebody else's addiction, somebody else's excessive behavior. So whatever we're bedeviled by, and maybe we feel trapped or tied to it, like we can't escape it, whatever we feel bedeviled by, this card is telling you that's just part of the process to your freedom. It's like the step before you're free. It's like the moment when I can't take this anymore, and you're willing to get free. And sometimes you get free by turning away from somebody, by saying no to somebody, by saying, I am not tied to you. Sometimes you get free by surrendering your worries and asking Source to work its magic and answer your prayers. And in the meantime, you're going to go about your day. You're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to assume your prayers are answered. That's the very best I've found. And sometimes, if there's an area of excess for you, bedevilment is, okay, I'm fed up with that. It's costing me too much, or it's hurting my life too much. I'm kind of done with that, and I'm ready for help. I'm ready for a change, whether that means getting help to go in a new direction, or whether that means just being done with it and making a decision. So the Devil card is definitely part of the process. We don't like it. If we have the strength, and we always do with the help of Source, if we ask, if we have the strength to face it head on and accept, I am miserable right now, and in this particular area of my life, something has to change. But this is how it is. Sometimes we just need to do that. I journal sometimes when I'm in that place. Just write down everything that I hate about this current situation. You know, I'm not complaining. Sometimes we self-censor. That doesn't do us any good, right? Just writing it all down. And that's when we can start to see the path out, or we can look at it and go, oh my gosh, why am I acting like I have to put up with this? You know, that's, such good energy to launch us into a new and better place. Such good energy, the Devil is, to launch us. So I encourage you, if you've got that going on in any area of your life, don't deny it, go into it. Know that right on the other side of that is a positive change. Well, I thank you all so very much. I hope you have a marvelous day. You take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.